As a video editor, you should be able to group your media file in Adobe Premiere Pro. That means you should be able to group your media files into sections, or you can import them all on your project tab. So you can see on my screen that I've imported all the media files that I need for my project, and they are all here. But in case you are dealing with a huge project, documentary, that needs grouping in terms of having different locations, you want to group them so that it will be easy for you to access any file from any of these locations, you have to group them. And to do that, you can switch your panel or your workspace to assemble section, and this section will allow you to group your file by giving you a huge project tab to make it easy for you as an editor. So to do that, you go to Windows, Workspace, and you can see I'm already in the Assemble section or panel. So it gives me a huge project tab. You can see here IDMC Ghana videos, and I have all these videos in there, and you can import them as many as you want. So you can do that by right clicking on your keyboard or on your mouse, and then you go to import. But if you are working with huge video file that has to do with documentary and want to group this media file, you have to create what we call bin, and the project tab allow you to do that. So the project tab is part of the workspace that allow you to group your files for easy access. So to do that, I'm going to group my video into two sections. So I need camera 1 and camera 2. So I'm going to create a new bin. You can see at the lower part that my bin is right here, or you right click on your keyboard or your mouse, and then you go to import. Okay. As a video editor, you should be able to switch between workspace to ease your work. To do that, you can start with the Assemble panel. The Assemble panel allows you as an editor to group your file into sections. If you are working with small project like this, you can import the project straight onto your project tab. But in case you are dealing with a documentary that need a lot of rushes for you as an editor, you need to group your media file for easy access. So to do that, you have to switch your panel or your Adobe Premiere Pro interface to Assemble. So to do that, we will go to Windows, Workspace, and you can see I'm already in the Assemble section or panel. This allows me to group my files by giving me a huge portion of the project tab, and I can see my program monitor here. I can see my source monitor also here, and then my timeline right here. This is a section that is purposely for you to group your media file. So to do that, you can either import them straightforward to your project tab, or you can create bins and group your file. So to do that, I'm going to click on this folder icon right below the project tab, or you right click on your mouse, you go to new bin, and then I'm going to name this camera 1. And then I want to create another bin, and then I'll name it cutaways in case you are dealing with two cameras. So for you to understand, I have to double click on this folder, and then it will open its own project panel for me, and then I will be able to import all the videos I need for camera 1. But if you have your video already here, and you want to group them, all that you need to do is to click on the first one and select by clicking on Control or Shift to select a number of them, or you select the first one, you click on Control to select the next one, and then all the videos that you need, and then you click and hold, and then you drag it to camera 1. So you can see 3 items have been moved to camera 1. That means I'll be able to group all my video file in camera 1. That's the same way I can do to this. Shift and then I drag it to cutaways. I didn't move this because this is my sequence. And in the previous lesson, I taught how you can create sequence. And with this, you see that it's not a video file, but it's this sequence. So as soon as I delete it, this sequence is going to go off. This is how you can use your assemble panel to group your media file and make sure you have organized file to ease your editing. So if you are working with huge projects, you don't need to scroll through looking for all the files you've imported. That's why the assemble panel is there for you as an editor to group those files to ease your work so that you do not scroll looking for any file or any video. So that's the assemble panel for you as an editor.